Now entering the elevator to the retail underground. Enjoy the descent to the subversive layer of knowledge.
All right. We are live. How's it going tonight, everybody?
What is up, everyone? Let's see.
And guys, let me know if either one of us is lagging during this, because I can turn my camera off if need be. We were playing around with some stuff ahead of this, and there was a little bit of a lag. I don't know if it was just because we weren't live yet, or if we do get a lag, let us know, and I'll just turn my camera off so distract people, and we can still just talk into it, because we're going to be doing some sharing screen, a little bit of everything on this one. We're gonna be doing some hunting for some low cap gems. We did a video on it over the weekend, and it was really, really popular. So we're gonna be going hunting for some low cap altcoins. Derek says, "Silly me, kept wondering why I can't hear anything. Maybe because it starts in 7 minutes. We need some music to listen to. We'll put it on the to-do list."
Try some elevator music.
That's right. What's up, Dad? Jordan's here. What's going on, Jordan? How we doing tonight? So what's going on tonight, Dan? Anything interesting? We got some people hopping on now.
Well, we are going to be, like you said, we're going to be hunting for some what do you want to call them? Some bench warmers that deserve starting time. We're going to get some good ones. Hopefully, you were kind of going over it a little bit today, and you were giving me a rundown of some stuff, and it's definitely very intriguing. This is something that I think, from what I understand, is even during what you're looking at today and stuff, this type of idea is going to be very popular. I think even when there's a bear market too, because a lot of the big boy coins are going to be kind of in a slow dip, or really a stagnation, where some of these other ones can have quick results, and then you kind of dump it after you get your money out.
Yeah, and I mean, the cool thing about it too is there's the top projects out there: Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, any of that type of stuff, and like those are all like must-haves, at least in my opinion. I think they're must-haves. Like there's those core positions that you should have in your portfolio that I think makes sense. But the fun of it sometimes is finding those low cap gems and putting a little bit of your portfolio into that. I'm a big believer that, I think 90% of your portfolio should be top projects that you believe in, you've done your research on it, top 50, maybe top 100 projects out there, and you should have your core position with Ethereum and Bitcoin for sure. And then after that, Cardano, Polkadot, you name it, you go down the list, there should be some solid ones in there. And then, if you're in a position where you can take, let's say, 10% of your portfolio and put it on, I like to call them like lottery tickets, or, just you're throwing darts, basically. They're high risk, high reward. They're not something I suggest putting your entire portfolio into, because they could go to zero tomorrow. We don't know. But if you've done your research on them and you think that there's an opportunity that you could make a lot of big money, then it's one thing that you should look at maybe doing, is taking a small portion of that portfolio and throwing it at some of these, and just don't keep it in there too long. These are not the type of projects you keep long term. These are kind of, you ride the pump and then you dump it.
Yes, absolutely.
Derek says, update on the fantasy pool. Wednesday, right, Dan?
Wednesday is the final countdown. It will be Wednesday at 10 a.m. is when I take the final tally for everything. So it'll be technically 13 days of either growth or descent, depending on what one you picked. But we're going to be going through, Kyle and I, and probably your dad's going to be helping us. We're going to have to rope him in, because without some sort of app or anything tracking everything, it's going to be kind of an undertaking. But we're going to do it for you guys, and we'll let you know like I said, the top three, and then we'll let you know the winner, and the winner will get a prize. And hopefully next time we will find one that we can update. Get you guys could all, even ideally in a perfect world, we could all kind of get on anytime and check it and make trades and things like that. Would be really cool. Yeah, hopefully we're still trying to find something like that. I just don't know if it exists, but I'm hoping if I say it enough, it will. Speak it into existence.
Okay, LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jordan says new one, VET or VeChain. So VeChain actually is our video that dropped earlier today, Jordan. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. I love VeChain. It's not a low capper, but in my opinion, it's a blue chipper. It's a top 20 that I think absolutely is essential, at least in my opinion, to have as part of your portfolio if you can get your hands on it. I wish it was something that was available on like Coinbase so everybody could get it. I believe it's on Binance. I've got mine on KuCoin. And if you can get it on there, it's still sub 10 cents. I predicted earlier on the video that I think it'll reach around $1. So I think it's a solid choice. I mean, supply chain management is huge. Here's the thing, if COVID has taught us anything, it is absolutely the supply chain management right now can't maintain the way that it is after this, because shipping times are all over the place, production times are all over the place. I mean, it's horrible. And anybody that out there that's wondering, what is logistics, what is supply chain management, guys, it's basically getting something from point A to point B. This t-shirt right here, I might have bought it at, I think we bought it at Old Navy or something like that. But Old Navy didn't make that t-shirt. Okay, they bought it from a distributor that made that t-shirt, but that probably came from overseas. So supply chain management is dealing with the entire aspect of it being produced wherever it's coming from, and then how how does it get from point A over there to point B, which is the final destination, getting it to the customer, and all those different gateways that it passes through. The problem with all that is there's a lot of bottlenecks along the process that really slow down timeframes for it. And really kind of screw things up. There's a lot of shipments that get missed. There's a lot of bad data along the way and everything. And what VeChain is trying to solve is that issue. They're trying to make it something where everybody has access to that information instead of it being held in like one central location where it's kind of a pain in the ass to get the information that you need. And Dan and I can tell you, we deal with it on a daily basis in furniture right now. It's ridiculous, how long it takes and everything. So, so definitely a needed project and everything. And I think it's one that, is definitely worth having in the portfolio. A pretty sizable chunk of it. I mean, it's not my largest holding, but it's definitely one of those where it's definitely worth having. Jordan says, how do they actually make a cap on something? So market cap is basically all going to be based around the selling price and how many coins are currently in circulation for that compared to how many coins there will be. Okay. So actually we'll make a video on that. It's easier to explain that if I can kind of walk through all of that, and we'll make a video upcoming on how do they figure market capitalization. With crypto, there's something called tokenomics, and that dives into the market capitalization of it. And that's something, we talked about it on the previous live stream. The one big thing to always remember, guys, is it's not about the selling price or what that coin is trading for right now. Okay. It could be trading for $50, and a lot of people won't even look at it, even though maybe the market cap isn't that high. Everybody's looking at the one that's less than a penny. Well, the one that's less than a penny could actually have a higher market cap on it already than the one that's trading for $50. It's a lot of it. What you need to look at is the market capitalization of a project. Excuse me, because that's going to help determine how high that project could potentially go and the gains that you could potentially get from that. Let's see. Michael says, I have some good gems you guys should check out. Hopefully you haven't yet. Absolutely, man. Send them, guys. Shill all the stuff that you guys want us to take a look at, and we'll look at it either tonight or if we don't get to all of them tonight, we'll definitely look at them on Wednesday when we're live again. So throw them in there, and we're happy to look at it. Let's see. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Essentia. I actually am a big fan of Essentia. So I was actually talking with Derek, who's on here right now, and mentioned Essentia to him earlier. So definitely a big fan of Essentia, and that's actually something we will cover on a future video as well, because I think that's a good project, and it's a good low market cap project. You know, maybe we'll cover it tonight. Tam, what's going on, Tam?
What's up, Tam?
GLQ on the pump. He says it's up 64%. Awesome. I love it. So are there mutual funds that have a variety of cryptos in them? So that is something that is coming for a lot of it. So they do have like Bitcoin futures contracts and stuff like that. The CME has Bitcoin futures contracts. I don't think it's long before we start seeing a lot more of that type of stuff. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of this mainstream stuff. There was a big announcement today that we're actually going to be covering. Visa is going to be partnering with crypto.com, which is a big deal. So you might want to look at the crypto.com coin too. That's, I think, one that's going to be, it's already kind of up there today. I think it's having a pretty good day, but definitely take a look at that. All right. Should we jump in and talk about a couple of low cappers that I like?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get to it.
All right. Keep an eye on the chat there for me, Dan. Let me actually let me get them pulled up, because they're so low cap that otherwise they're going to be a pain in the ass to go try to find them and everything. So let me just get them pulled up right now.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Come on.
So to my knowledge, Bitcoin futures is the only one, because Derek and I actually talked about this a couple weeks ago. Bitcoins are really the only thing you can buy futures on or anything like that, right? At the moment.
I believe as of right now, yes, but I find it hard to believe that it's going to be that way for long. So the really interesting thing too, actually, somebody asked the other day, what's going on with Ethereum? And Ethereum has, in my estimation, has been underperforming, at least from where I was expecting, and a lot of other people, what they've been talking about. I think Ethereum has been underperforming. I don't think it's going to be that way for long, because part of what they're doing, this big Visa announcement, part of what they're doing is being built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. So anybody that thinks that Ethereum's still not a big player in it, and there's competitors, Polkadot, Cardano. I mean, there's big competitors in the space. But Ethereum's still the kingpin of smart contract platforms. A lot of projects still being built on top of Ethereum. And I think that if you got a company like Visa, one of the largest companies out there, and they're building their platform on top of the Ethereum blockchain, I think that bodes well for them. And I think what's happening is Ethereum has been kind of stagnant the last month and a half. It's gonna be there. It's going to get there, and it's going to go on a massive run at some point. I think you have a lot of whales loading up on Ethereum right now, taking advantage of the fact that the price isn't pumping. So a lot of people are losing interest in Ethereum and selling it. And the whales are loving it because they can just sit there and get cheap Ethereum compared to where they know that it's going. So I think it's definitely something that it's coming. All right.
So while you're doing that, we got Bart that joined us.
2 seconds here. Let me get these pulled up real quick.
What's up, Bart? Let's see.
Bart's gonna love this because. Oh, go ahead.
Well, first of all, guys, let us know in the comments if you want Kyle to get a goddamn internet Ethernet cable to hook up directly to his Wi-Fi, because it's or to his router, because it's been laggy lately.
God, I don't know what's going on. It's never had this problem before.
But Derek wants to know how he set up a digital wallet under our business EIN. That's a good question.
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I haven't done it that way. So
Up,
So that's
you
one
were
that I
breaking up
don't
pretty
know, to
bad
be
on-
honest with you.
Yeah, you were breaking up pretty bad on that.
I said I don't know, to be honest with you, because I haven't done it myself personally, so I'm not sure.
Okay, and Tam said she's going to be going with blockchains for sure. Used by so many industries, criminal justice, hospitals, software companies, etc. You're absolutely right. Blockchain, there's so many uses for blockchain.
No, it is. It is the future. You know, it's so funny because like 3 years ago, when I was doing my taxes, the lady that was doing my taxes for me I was the first person she ever had that was invested into crypto. And when I told her that within 5 years, I said within 5 years this will run the world. And it was really funny because she just looked at me, and I think she probably looked at me like, well, you're a dumbass. Why would you think that, basically?
Yep.
And here we are 4 years later, 3 years later, and it's the biggest thing going right now. And I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon.
No.
Derek says, how many coins make you a whale? I think it depends on the project. I think it just depends on the amount of money that's invested in it. I can tell you, I'm by no means a whale. I mean, I like to think that I have a nice size portfolio, but nothing as big as, I mean, there's billionaires in the market, you know, and that's one of the things too, is, you know, sometimes you'll never know because all of it's, you know, it's all private information and everything. So there's no way, you know, you can see the transactions and stuff on the blockchain. It's all transparent that way, and decentralized, but there's no way of knowing, you know, whose it is. Basically, you can see the wallet that it's coming from or going to, but you don't know who the actual owner of that wallet is.
Yeah. Tam says I'm a guppy. Yeah, I can relate to that 100%. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's how you know what, you're going to slowly grow your portfolio. You all got to start somewhere.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at a couple projects, and Bart is going to love it because the first one up, we are talking about the one that he actually brought up the other day, and we're going to take a look at it. Oh, there we go. All right, are we good? Can we see that?
Yep, you're good.
Awesome. All right, Ubix or however you pronounce it. Not sure how it's pronounced, but I do like the project. So we had told Bart that we were going to take a look more into this, and I really do like the project. I think, you know, personally, it's very interesting. Anybody that's wondering what it is, we're going to get into it in just a second here, but we actually we had this as part of our low cap gems video that we did. You know, as I got looking at it, the more I looked at it, the more I liked it. You know, I think, again, this is one of those, not professional financial advice. There's no guarantee with something like this. I mean, there's no guarantee with any of those, but with any project, doesn't matter what it is. If you want my opinion, the safest money right now is Bitcoin, Ethereum, basically top 10. But I believe that a certain portion of the portfolio, if you have a sizable enough portfolio, should be used for projects like this. You know what? If you get a good feeling about it, you've done your research, make sure you do your due diligence. But if you've done your research on something and you feel strongly about the project, it's worth putting some money into, because you know what? If this thing gets to a penny, I mean, think of the gains on that. Just if this thing gets to a penny.
Insane.
Okay. If it gets to 10 cents, like, holy crap. I mean, you could be making some type of potential these type of projects have. I mean, this one's ranked number 2,400. It doesn't even have a market cap for it figured out right now. So, I mean, just huge upside on a lot of these if you can nail the right ones. And here's the thing, you can invest in 10 of these type of projects. Even if you're only right on one, the one that you're right on will more than make up for the nine misses that you had, you know. So that's kind of the fun with some of this type of stuff, and everybody's got their own preference, but you do start to kind of look at it and start thinking like, okay, I could put my money into Polkadot. Let's say I could put my money into Polkadot, and yeah, it might, you know, double in value over the next month to 2 months. Like, that's great. I made twice my money on it. Or take that amount of money and I could throw it into 5 to 10 of these different projects. And if I just hit one of them and it goes, you know, 1,000% gains or something like that, I'm making a ton of money, you know? So things to think about, things to look at. And obviously you have to do what's best for your portfolio. But for anybody that's wondering what it is, so it's a digital universe, endless possibilities. As you can see, as I started looking into it, what I really like about it is, again, guys, ecosystems and platforms for smart contracts are super, super popular right now, super important, because that's what everything is built on. And you can see right here, they have all sorts of stuff, including dApps, which are decentralized applications. Again, that's the future. That's what's coming. Ecosystems, it reminds me of things like Polkadot and Cardano. So we actually do have a Polkadot video coming out probably tomorrow, an update video on Polkadot, what they've been up to, price prediction, all that type of stuff. If you didn't see the first one, definitely check out that one. We're going to kind of do a deep dive on Polkadot. But this is a really interesting project because of what they're doing and what they have planned. Now, the really interesting thing too is they actually have somewhat of a working product, which a lot of these projects that are kind of the low cap coins don't have a working product right now. So the fact that they have something that's actually up and going and is essentially a working product is really, really interesting. So I think personally, I think it's worth taking a shot at it. Again, it could go to zero. It could go to, 10 cents and you make a crap ton of money on it. So, it's kind of one of those lotto tickets. There you go. Let's look at soda as well. This was another one, and then we're going to talk Essentia because that was brought up in the chat earlier, and I do like Essentia. That's one I want to make a full-on video for. But soda, so at a pretty good price today, down 10%. So it's on a dip. It's at a potentially a good opportunity for it. I mean, this thing's barely been out for a month. Okay, so it's hardly been out more than a month at this point. It's been staying pretty consistent. I mean, it hasn't had that huge pump yet. So watch out for it because it could. Now, this one's interesting too because the market cap on CoinMarketCap is saying $1 million, which is nothing. I mean, is so low that it's ridiculous. Again, if this thing ever got to even 100 million, which is not that big of a market cap in the crypto space, if this thing ever got to 100 million, you've 100x your investment. I mean, which is insane. Imagine if this thing got to 1 billion. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. And it doesn't see, you'd sit there and wouldn't think it's possible. Hey, in crypto, anything is possible. It's one hell of a crazy ride. Now what's interesting is on here, it's only showing as $1 million. On CoinGecko, it's actually showing it a little bit higher. I want to say it was like 10 or 11 million. So either way, it's still super low market cap. I think ripe for the picking. It's at a 10% discount today. So you're getting it on a pretty significant discount. And why do I like it? Right here, NFTs. Guys, NFTs are the absolute hottest thing going in crypto right now. It's taken over for DeFi. DeFi still right there. Some of my biggest holdings and my favorite holdings are DeFi. However, I was talking with Derek actually a little bit earlier, and I told him I'm starting to load up more on NFTs because they're so freaking popular. I mean, it's one of those things. It almost feels like no matter what the project is, it has a legitimate chance of going parabolic because NFTs are they're all the craze right now. And if you don't think so, there was one recently, about 3 weeks ago that sold for $69 million. $69 million for one of them. I mean, just absolutely insane. And I don't see that, slowing down anytime soon. And again, they have a working product, okay, which is big for a project like this because so many different projects that are that low market cap don't have a working product for it.
Right.
And then Essentia, this is one that was brought up in the chat there just a little bit ago. And like I said, I do love this. Sitting, $22 million market cap. Again, guys, that's nothing. Okay, that literally is nothing in the crypto space. And you can see where this thing has been. So at its ICO, which was not that, it was a while back, but still, that's not that long ago. I mean, 2018 till now is not that long ago. But you take a look at it. I mean, at their ICO, this thing was all the way up at almost 5 cents. Right now, it's sitting below 2 pennies. It's at like a penny and a half, basically. So just to get to its previous all-time high, you're already looking at huge gains. If it goes past that, which I think it's got the opportunity to do that. I mean, you could be looking at huge gains compared to where it's at right now. And realistically, I mean, look at what would happen if you literally would have just bought that a month ago. I mean, look at how high it's gone compared to where it was. So Essentia is all about yield farming. Okay. Yield farming was kind of, it was the big thing before DeFi. So it went yield farming, then DeFi, now it's NFTs. Those are kind of like the hottest thing going. And yield farming is a way to earn passive income in crypto. Okay. It's a long story, but it's a form of mining it basically, and earning passive income by farming out the the crypto for it. So it does deal in the DeFi space. I'm a big fan of DeFi, which is decentralized finance. I think again that's the future, especially given what's going on with the current banking system and the economy. I think that any project that deals in that has an opportunity to do very, very well with it. So I do like Essentia. I think that they do have an opportunity ahead of them. Again, it's all dependent on can they capitalize on what they're building. I believe, if I remember right, because I was looking and doing some research on this project the other day. I believe they do have a working product, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was this one that they have a wallet that is up and functional and everything. Yeah, you can see it right here, coming soon. Excuse me, for the iPhone, but they do have it for Mac, Windows, Linux. So they do have a working product. And I also believe when I was doing in the entire space, which is really interesting to me as well. So couple of really, really top with these. We're going to be covering more low cap gems like these in coming videos and everything, because that one's been very popular and people asking for more videos like that. So we're going to cover a lot of those. I think everybody sees the opportunity with those, as those could potentially, create a lot of wealth in a very, very short amount of time. And they do have the ability to do that. They also have the ability to wreck your portfolio if you're not careful. So please don't put all of your portfolio in these. These are, if you have extra money sitting on the side with nothing, you haven't earmarked it towards any other projects, and you're happy with your core positions. I think build your core position first to the point where you're happy with it. And then once you've done that, start to look for some of these, go hunting a little bit and try to find some of those low cappers. All right, let's get our thing here. All right, let's get some comments up here. What do we have?
I agree.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know what is going on with it, because I've never had a problem up until about a week ago. Bart says, I think Anchor is one to keep an eye on. I do too. Anchor has been kind of up and down lately, but I'll tell you, the other day it was really pumping. And was it today that it was pumping as well? It was having a couple of big days there right in a row. So it's definitely one. I'm keeping an eye on that as well. There's quite a few projects. That's the problem. There's so many projects. It's hard to keep up on every single one of them. And before you know it, there's another brand new one that just came out, and you have to look into each and every one of them. And again, all you can do is just try to make, informed decisions as best as you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just looking into this, you know what? That's the thing, guys. Always do your own research and decide what is best for you and for your portfolio for it. These are just my opinions. You know what? They could be great picks. They could be terrible picks. They're just, I look at it and think, you know what? To me, that makes sense. I like the project. I like the use case for it. And, in terms of the soda finance, that one's purely because it's an NFT play. I'm not necessarily I don't think out of all of them, I don't think that's the best one in terms of the project. It's just because NFTs are so hot right now. That's kind of the pick for that. Bart says UBX. Absolutely. Bart, actually, you have a gift card, a $25 gift card from Amazon coming your way after this as well. You won that. So we're going to be sending that your way.
Yeah,
For instance, if you had $100 in it and it goes to $1, but that's the thing. I mean, those ones, they have that kind of potential. What you find a lot of times too, when this thing really heats up, I mean, when the market really heats up, probably, like I said, summer time frame is when it's going to get crazy. When things start going parabolic, it is very cyclical. So what'll happen a lot of times is Bitcoin will go first. Once Bitcoin pumps, it'll finally start to level off wherever it's at, and then it'll start to dump a little bit. When it does, the next wave of projects, usually the top altcoins, okay, your blue chippers, like we like to call them, your Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, VeChain would be right up in there. I mean, all those different projects that are kind of the must-haves that are top 50, let's say, they're going to be the next ones to pump. So people take their profits from Bitcoin. They're looking for another way to invest it. They're going to put it into those altcoins. And this is towards the end of the bull run. Excuse me, because I do believe there will be an end of it, and we'll go into more of a bear cycle. There's still money to be made in a bear cycle, but and it may never go to a bear cycle. It may just continue to go bull, but history says that Bitcoin, it will cool off a little bit, and it'll go bearish. When it does, the money will go into the alts, and then after that, there will be one big final pump for the really super low cap ones like that, and that's when a lot of those will really go parabolic. I mean, even more so than what they do right now. It runs similar to Cody. I'll have to take a look at it. I believe that some of the brokers offer business accounts instead of personal, like Kraken and others. I know they did previously, as well as others, that you have to set up with an EIN. Yeah, I've always done it under my personal stuff, but that is interesting to be able to do it under a business EIN. I mean, absolutely. Hey, if you're able to, why not?
Yeah, for sure. You guys got any
what
questions?
else we got, guys?
Yeah, throw out a couple others if you want. Kind of look at it, we can pull it up. Let us know.
Yeah, and Dan's going to be tallying up all the stuff there for the crypto fantasy league there for Wednesday. So we'll make sure that we've got that for you guys on Wednesday, so that we can give you updates for all that.
I got a busy night ahead of me. I got the bunch of comic books. I remember I bought that $100 worth, like from that lady. Bunch of really good ones. I'm going to go through. So I got to steal a couple of them. Themselves were worth $50-$60.
Ooh,
in the condition, they're in really good condition. So I got about 120 of them. I've got to.
Are they all Batman?
Not all of them. There's some weird ones like I really don't care about, but a lot of them are Batman. Oh, we got one here from Adam. So what do you think about? How do you pronounce that? I don't even know.
Hold on. Oop, I'm on the wrong screen there. IXI Cash. Never heard of it. Let's take a look.
Let's find out. That's the thing with thousands and thousands of projects out there for crypto. You're not gonna know them all, but it's
yeah. As you say,
he loves looking into this stuff.
Let's see. Adam, what's the ticker for it? Because it's not pulling up on CoinMarketCap for me. Yeah, I can't get it to pull up on here for some reason. It's not showing it. I'll have to try to look that up because I'm definitely interested. I've never heard of it, but I definitely want to. I want to definitely try to look that up.
Yeah, if we can't figure it out by the end of the time, you can always make a video on it too. If it's intriguing enough, you never know.
IXI. All right, let me go to CoinGecko real quick. IX. There we go. Let's see. Less than a penny, $15 million market cap. That's interesting. All right, let's pull up their website here. Let's see what we got. Fully scalable, decentralized platform that enables encrypted data streaming and high volume of microtransactions. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Secure streaming network provides an intuitive and seamless experience while maintaining the highest level of privacy and security. This allows users to communicate and send other data between them easily and securely. Revolutionary blockchain that brings several innovative advantages, such as processing a high volume of microtransactions quickly while consuming a low amount of processing power, disk space, and energy. Decentralized secure data streaming network enables fast and secure data transmission between users and gives them the ability to earn revenue. Also solves traditional scaling problems with systems that broadcast real-time content. Enables development of next-gen projects ranging from simple streaming networks to complex gaming networks and live broadcast events. Interesting. First glance of it, and I want to go through it a little bit more when I've got more time for it and everything, but really, really interesting. It's a and then they do have a decentralized, fast and secure chat app that takes the familiar messaging experience to a new level. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a really interesting project. I'm going to definitely look into that more because that is really interesting. I mean, really, really low market cap, and look, anything that deals with streaming, gaming, anything like that, super important. Microtransactions going to become more and more important as we move forward with everything. I think there's plenty of room in that space for multiple players. I mean, the first one that comes to mind, obviously, to me is Theta. Theta is the biggest name in the game right now in terms of anything gaming or streaming related. However, there's going to be other competition that comes along, and that space is so big and so popular right now. It's kind of like NFTs. There's plenty of room for multiple ones, and that one right now sitting at literally a $15 million market cap. I mean, there's a lot of room to grow, I do think it's an interesting choice. Good catch on that one. I'm going to definitely look more into that because that could be something that makes it on one of our low cap gem videos, because I do like the idea of it.
Yeah, so Derek, I do got the numbers and all the different cryptos and everything. That's actually what we're going to be working on. Not tomorrow, but we'll be tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, we'll be working on that tomorrow, actually, a little bit, and then obviously finalizing everything Wednesday before, because that's when we're going to get the numbers and everything. But we got everything written down, but we want to put it all on a spreadsheet and everything. But I do appreciate it. But we might need your help for the next one, though, if we're going to be doing something a little bit bigger. And I have a feeling we'll get more people involved. I think more people are going to want to join the fantasy league for it. So, we're going to need to figure something out for that. So get your thinking caps on, peeps. We'll come up with something.
All right. You got
one more. We got a Vito.
Oh, yeah.
There we
go. Let's take a look at it.
That sounds like a Pokemon. Half these cryptos sound like a Pokemon to me.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
I choose you.
All right, $7 million market cap. Look at this. Let's see. Oh, wow. This is real. Okay, this is really interesting. $7 million market cap. This is a decentralized ecosystem for events, selling tickets, attending events, and it's sell tickets and attend events securely with low commission. let's see. Take a closer look. Avito is a blockchain-based platform consisting of business-to-business and business-to-consumer marketplaces. It unifies all businesses and participants involved in organizing events. Our aim is to build a marketplace and a true ecosystem that will help the $850+ billion event industry grow by connecting all parties without unnecessary middlemen. That's really interesting.
That's interesting.
Wow.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like basically it's basically Eventbrite, but taking out Eventbrite from being a middleman and just making them the entire ecosystem type of thing.
Huh.
Like if you look at it in today's terms of like big companies like that, like wow, that's that, and they've got it right here: event organizers, venue owners, entertainers and managers, rental companies, and sponsors. Wow.
That is very interesting. That's a good one.
Right here. So how are they different? They have event creation, crowdfunding for an event, 0% commission for tickets, scalping and fraud prevention, all relevant businesses for an event to happen in one place, blockchain levels, security and transparency, impartial third-party dispute resolution, tickets, platform, and social media component, and in-app advertisement and promotion. That's really interesting. Wow. Okay. Actually, both of those last couple ones that we've looked at are very, very interesting projects. So it's definitely, excuse me, that's definitely something that I want to, I want to explore that a little bit more. Good call. Whoever, let's see, Nicken, and I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but yeah, good call on that one. That's a really interesting project right there. I definitely want to dive more into that.
Yeah, and Jordan, you asked if you minds if we invite someone into this group. No, not at all.
Oh yeah, guys, share this with everybody. We want to grow this as large as we can. Look, at the end of the day, the more people that are in crypto and the more people that have at least a basis of knowledge, the better off all of us are, because people make more informed decisions. You know, a lot of times, again, you know, we talked earlier about whales manipulating prices and stuff like that. Well, people that, and I was guilty of it when I first got into crypto. You start to see a price drop on something and you panic sell, you know, and that's what they want you to do. Okay. Bitcoin's price drops, you know, from let's say 59,000 to 50,000. People start panic selling. And that's the reason that price drops. And that's what all the whales want. They want that because they're sitting there waiting to gobble it up and buy it at you know, at a lower price point. They're selling all their positions knowing that the general public is going to look at it and be like, holy crap, Bitcoin just went from 59 million or 59,000 to 55,000 in a matter of minutes. And then they start selling their positions and it goes down to 50. And then guess what? All of a sudden they buy them all back up and it's going right back the other way. So, you know, it's all a game. And the more people that we have that are knowledgeable to that type of stuff, you know, we don't claim to be the number one best, you know, most knowledgeable people in crypto that there are. There's plenty of people that are probably more intelligent and stuff like that when it comes to crypto knowledge and everything. You know, for us, it's all about, I think Dan said we're like the Coors Light of crypto. We don't want to get into the technical analysis. It's not how we pick projects. We pick ours based on what do we like about the project? Does it have a use case? And can we see the bigger picture with their team and their partnerships moving forward? Does it fit the criteria of what is needed in the world? And that's how we've always picked our projects. I don't get into the technical analysis. I think it's more important to look at the project itself.
Yeah.
And we try to simplify it because that's how I learned. I learned from simplifying the process and making it make sense to me. And I think that's the easiest way to learn.
Absolutely. And guys, one of the biggest things, Kyle and I were actually talking about today, and not obviously we're not, you know, not going to make any guarantees here, but one day we might have Kyle reveal his portfolio to you guys, because then you can see he's not a whale. He has, if he could show you where he started with and how much he put in to where he's at now, it's substantial. So, yeah, that's absolutely, you know, again, no guarantees if he's going to do it or not, but I think it's one day, I think you guys would be interested to see. It's a lot of money, but it's not like, you know, it's not an unattainable money. I mean, by any means, it's, it'd be really interesting, I think, because you see so many people online, like all these guys with $10, $20 million portfolios, and that's just not realistic for most people. not in the beginning at least, and it's going to take a long time to grow. But
oh yeah, it takes time to grow it, and and guys, the way to get there is like we talked about, have your core positions. You've got to have those blue chippers. You've got to have those ones that you can rely on. They're going to get the job done. They might not 100x, okay, but they're going to get the job done, and it's something where you can rely on them, that they're going to be consistent. But then it's okay to have those long shots. It's okay to have those ones that may do really well for you. They may not. But I also think that during the whole process, it's important to take profits, and that's how you build a consistently winning portfolio. Is you have to be willing to take profits. That's something. Honestly, that's something my dad taught me. From he used to do very, very well with stock trading and stuff like that. And that's something that he taught me with all this is hey, look, if you're up let's say 20% on something, you're up 20%, like that's great. Yeah, you want to get up 70, 80, 90% or more, but if you're up 20%, why not take a little bit of profit out now? You can still leave a majority of it in there if you want to, but take a little bit of profit out now and look for a project that is down right now. Okay, take it out while it's in the green, look for a project that's in the red, invest into that, and then when that starts going up, take some profit out of that and invest it into a new one. And that's how you grow your portfolio. Okay. And then, let's say that you're in Bitcoin and it went up 20%, let's just use that as an example. It went up 20%. Okay. Take a small portion of it out and invest it. And then when Bitcoin goes up again, take another portion of it out. Okay. So we're profit taking, and it's the same way when we're buying. It's dollar cost averaging on the way down. So it's very tough to time a top and a bottom of a market. So if you dollar cost average on your way up and on your way down, you're not going to get wrecked. And, you might miss out on some gains here and there, but you're going to average it out over the long haul so that you're not going to have many losses, and you can consistently just keep winning as you do it. So, NFTs are non-fungible tokens. So we're going to make a kind of like a crypto 101, some videos about that and everything. So we will definitely make sure we talk about NFTs in that to kind of break everything down for it. But it's the hottest thing going right now, and there's a lot of projects on it. So definitely check out some of our videos that we've been covering lately, because we've done a ton of them on NFTs, whether it be Engine, Decentraland, Wax. I mean, we've covered probably 5 or 6 big projects just in the last couple of weeks, because that's like the biggest thing going in crypto right now. So definitely check that out because it's very, very interesting. All right, last one. Bart says, what are your thoughts on Sia coin? It's interesting. It is one, I believe Sia's on Coinbase, right? I don't have it in my portfolio now. I have previously. I believe it's on Coinbase. So, Bart, let's do this actually. Let's lead off Wednesdays with that one right there. Because I do know Dan's got something that he's got to do tonight, and I've got something I've got to do right after this right now. Let's lead off Wednesdays with that one, Bart. Remind me, and that'll be the first one that we talk about on Wednesday.
Yep, that one. And then Kurt Dell just said Icon Coin, so big things coming. Yeah, 2 good ones. Good ones to start for Wednesday.
Yeah, guys, same time Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll start with Icon and Sia coin. You got anything else, Dan?
No, I think that's about it.
Sounds good, guys. Everybody,
thank you so much for getting on and watching.
Absolutely. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're growing at a really, really nice pace. We are doing another giveaway at 2,500 subs. We're about to go over 1,500, I think. So it's definitely growing, and we'll be at 2,500 before you know it. So, Bart, we will have your gift card out to you here in about 10 minutes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Have a great night, guys.